Alright, so I've gotten some questions about how I did my landscape here in Sketchup, so I just kind of wanted to make a video just to make it easier to kind of explain what I was looking at here. So basically, I did all my line work in AutoCAD. So if you want to do all your line work in AutoCAD, or I'm sure you could use just a regular PDF or whatever you have, but since I did all mine in AutoCAD, I've actually got a site plan here that I can go ahead and import, and you'll want to close that and then import it all at the scale that you had it in AutoCAD. So I actually had mine in full scale in AutoCAD, and that's what this drawing is here. So what I did originally, if you go ahead and double click on this, it'll actually open it up so that you can then select all of your objects individually. I guess kind of why I'm making this video is I just kind of wanted to show how I did the terrain and kind of make that a little easier. So what I'm going to do first here is just go ahead and select all of these. And so how you're going to do that is you're going to select your first one, then hold shift, and then that'll allow you to add selections. So I'm just going to add all of these trees and everything that I basically don't want to have in my drawing right away. So then what I did after I had all those selected is I'll go ahead and right click on one of them and then use this hide button, and that'll hide all your trees and whatnot. And then you'll kind of just do the same thing with everything else in your drawing that you don't really want if you're just going to do the contour lines. So actually what I did there is you can select, and then if you triple click, it'll select all the lines that are basically in that one component, so that kind of makes things a little easier there. And then I'll do the same thing here with all of my pathway line work. I'll go ahead and hide that. And then I guess I'll hide all of these lines as well. Go ahead and hide those. And then one thing you may want to do, well, I guess how I did it anyways, is I selected this whole outside part, kind of just the whole site as a whole, and you can actually Control C and copy that and paste it. And then, so right there, then you can go ahead and click outside of that so it unselects it, and go ahead and get yourself your line tool and just kind of trace this. Make sure you are unselected, or else it will try to add to the line work that you imported in, which is not what you want. So then once you do this last line, it should give you a platform. And then what you're going to do is you're going to double click into that. And you should go ahead and have just your little platform here. So then what I did from here is I selected the platform that we made, and I just want to make sure that I have it a specific distance away, and you'll understand that later. So I'm just going to line it back up with that, and then I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of these lines so that they're not in the way. Okay, and then unselect out of that again, and then just select what you just created there and use your move tool, and then you can actually move it, and you'll see down here in the bottom it'll give you a distance. So right now if you're moving along your red axis, I just wanted to put in 500 feet, move that, and that will move it exactly 500 feet from where you originally had that point, and that's going to put it right over here. And then what you want to do is you'll have all your contour lines on here. So the way that I did it is I went to my line tool, and then I went to this freehand section here. And if your drawings are kind of set up the same way that mine are, you can go around here and it'll give you little snap points. So what I did is just went ahead and kind of just quickly traced around here. I didn't make mine super perfect because it's just going to take way too long to do that. Yeah, then after you get to that last point, should create something just like this, like it did with this here. So then what you're going to do is you're going to double click on it to select it all as a whole, and then get your move tool, which is the M key, and then you're going to drag that along the red axis just like you did before, and then you're going to let go of your click and then type in 500, and then just in a single apostrophe there, 500 feet. And then hit enter. Let me retry that. Move the whole thing, 500 feet, enter. And then what that's going to do is it's going to take that section that you just drew, and it's going to move it over onto your plane, right into the correct position. So it's basically just mirroring this, except you're making all your own new lines. So once you have those lines, and you'll want to do that for all your contour lines, the way that I did it, so I had, once I got out to this line here, or actually I guess I only went out to those, but you will use your push and pull, and you will push and pull these however they need to be pushed, and then just do like 1 foot increments, which is how I did it, for 1 foot increments on your terrain there. So if we go back and look in my other file, you'll see after I got all those transferred in, they all have 1 foot increments, and that's just a short little overview of how I got all of my landscape to be fairly accurate.